become the bully. I'm such a meanie, I just do what I feel, do you feel me? Do you feel me?
Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm your host. I'm the old white suburbanite, Chizzek-Juan, Old King Chizzek, and I'm here ready to react to Alone by Madchild. This just dropped 11-12 hours ago. I like most of the stuff that Madchild comes out with. He's, in my personal opinion, mad original, another vet, been around since Swollen Members in the 90s. I never listened to the Swollen Members, so I have yet to dive into that catalog. But I've heard a good amount of stuff he's made since Jackal about 4 or 5 years ago, and personally, I like what he does. I think the man, he's mad talented. A lot of people dismiss him immediately because they don't like the octave, that voice. They're like, I'm just not feeling that voice. I'm not one of these people. I think it fits. I think he plays a real good character. So I'm hoping that he's gonna come out with something real good here. Got no idea what this is. Actually, we're gonna be reacting to two different videos tonight. Both Madchild and Tom MacDonald dropped videos on the same day, on Friday. And I don't know if that's a coincidence. I don't know if that's intentional. I know that Madchild, you know, he had a collab with Tom MacDonald a couple of years back, and I wasn't really feeling what they were putting together, but other people were. I just looked it up. That white trash video they did together, it's got like 10 million views or 15 million views. I forgot, but it's seriously up there. So you know, on top of that, they're both Canadian, right? Tom MacDonald, Madchild, they're both Canadian. I don't know if they're from the same province or whatnot, but yeah, man. I mean, it sounds like, I don't know. Sounds like Madchild might be taking, you know, from the Tom and Nova playbook about how to do the marketing, when to release it, how to market it. Who knows? You know, I'm not super informed on this stuff. I'm just trying to piece together things that I'm noticing. But enough of me babbling. Let's just jump right into this. See what Madchild has in store for us.
Blue pills, Haagen-Dazs, 7 cans of soda. Devil sitting right beside me on the sofa. Watching movies that I must have seen a dozen times. Photos on my wall of a life like it wasn't mine. My reflection's only absence. I can feel the reaper looking for my address. Known for breathing fire, then the dragon leaves. Partying and bragging quickly turns to pain and agony.
This is a different Madchild right here. This is different. For one, this is somber. I don't want to say mellow. I mean, yeah, it's mellow, but it's somber. And he's not coming with that midget made a baby with a dragon and they had a kid. It's got that voice, that Madchild voice, right? This is more probably to his conversational, actual speaking voice. Let me listen to some of these bars he's putting together. I mean, you know, the track's called Alone, so we can kind of figure out what the content is simply from the title. But I wanna hear some of this, see if he's putting together. He's got real good wordplay usually, so I want to see if I can catch some of this.
On my wall of a life like it wasn't mine. My reflection's only absence. I can feel the reaper looking for my address. Known for breathing fire, then the dragon leaves. Partying and bragging quickly turns to pain and agony. So-called brothers that were savages, picking through my house's remains like they're scavengers. Sitting in my house, all these people in my home. So many around, never felt so alone. Staring at the wall, or I'm looking at the ceiling. Numb, it is hard to explain, got no feeling. I don't wanna die, trying to find a reason for me to stay alive. Keep on breathing, something's very wrong. Can feel it in my bones. All these people are around, never felt so alone. On my way to hell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. When these rappers get to a certain age group, right? They start becoming really You know, they're looking inward. They're trying to put something out that's got a little bit more meat on it. Not everything's braggadocious or battle raps or putting yourself on a pedestal to send some kind of a message. You're trying to figure yourself out. You're trying to capture a feeling or what have you. Now the music, now it's got to start meaning something. You know, you're putting together content that's trying to express who you are and what you're about.
To heaven, I'm not on course. Barely moving a skeleton, I'm a corpse. I've turned to gelatin, everything feeling forced. Early 30s, but I move like I turned 74. Giving up, life's mission is aborted. Even though I can't afford it, I still crush it up and snort it.
Early 30s? Did I hear him right? Early 30s? Not a chance.
Feeling forced. Early 30s, but I move like I turned 74.
He's probably talking about his past.
Giving up, life's mission is aborted. Even though I can't afford it, I still crush it up and snort it. Or I wouldn't even make it to the kitchen. I'm trapped in a cycle and it's vicious. Fake smiles and pretend best wishes, but they can see I'm dying like I'm lying in a ditch. Literally I'm out there, middle of nowhere, living with the fear of pain coming. I am so scared. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for blood. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for love. True definition of insanity. I'd be long gone if it wasn't for my family. Sitting in my house, all these people in my home, so many around, never felt so alone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was deep. That was deep. I love it when artists express raw honesty like that. That's one of the reasons why Eminem stayed big. I mean, say what you will about Eminem, the honesty that he came with whenever he talked about everything that he was going through was just unmatched by any caliber artist on his level. He just blew them all away with how candid he could be. I remember some lines talking about how he was surrounded by sycophants, just yes men, who would do anything. They'd laugh at every joke. They'd always give him praise when he come out the booth saying he spit a sick verse. It's like I'm not around anything real anymore. So where do you go for real? You go with you go with family. You go with blood.
Definition of insanity. I'd be long gone if it wasn't for my family. Sitting in my house, all these people in my home, so many around, never felt so alone. Staring at the wall, or I'm looking at the ceiling. Numb, it is hard to explain, got no feeling. People in my house say they love me the most, but I can only see the moving traces of ghosts. Walking by him like he isn't even here. Taking advantage cause his vision isn't clear. Demons all around, helter-skelter. People coming, people going like my house is shelter. I'm feeling like my mind is melting. People all around, but nobody's here to help them. Sitting in my house, all these people in my home.
Yo, I know I should be commenting more on the track, maybe the bars, etc. But I just realized everybody I've been listening to lately, it has some level of mental illness that they're fighting with, or at least they're expressing it in music or making some kind of a reference to it, right? So you have well, one of my favorites. I just reacted to Rugged Man the other day. Rugged Man has had mental illness, and he's spoken about having mental illness, being suicidal in the past, wanting to die when he was going through his roughest time back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm thinking Vinny Paz. Vinny Paz got a song about again, the specific diagnosis escapes me, but again, diagnosable mental illness that he's struggling with, or at least was struggling with. Then you got Tom MacDonald. That's another one I reacted to and will react to here shortly with his new one, right? He's talking about addiction, right? Call addiction what you will, it's a disease, and There's a massive psychological component to it. So it's like everybody is a tortured artist here. And what do all these artists have in common, right? I mean, I shouldn't be making assumptions, but it's just something about finding a passion that lets you escape from the world. And if you escape from the world and you can just engage in that passion, your sandbox, you never grow up. You don't grow up. You don't start. I mean, none of these guys started rapping because they're like, well, what am I going to do to escape the 9 to 5? Okay, I'm 16. Let me see. Okay, I got to set up the 401k. Then I got to start. Then I got to get my commercial hits. Like, who does that? Maybe Little Dicky. Maybe Little Dicky did that, right? Like went into it with that conscious state of mind, right? I would bet folding money. I bet my right nut that everybody that I mentioned started out because they just loved it. They just like, I just want to do this. This is like they caught the bug and that bug would not let them go. But it also prevents you from growing up, and growing up requires interaction with the real world and knowing that there's some tough lessons to be learned. That's my 2 cents about it. Anyways, it's good to see that on this track, also the other one, he just did Leave a Light, where he's talking about his addiction. I mean, this is an introspective Madchild. He's like, hey, I gotta show people what I'm made of. He made those statements several times in the past few months. If you read his YouTube statements or tweets or what have you. So I mean, he's coming out hard. He's like, look, I'm gonna bear my all, and it looks like that's what he's doing. But let's finish it out just in case there's something extra. Yeah, that was a good instrumental too. That was a nice beat. The way he chose to attack this, it really fit that beat. But that takes a little bit of awareness. Like I can't go hard on this. I gotta ride this instrumental and let that melancholy come out. Yeah, it was good stuff. That was good stuff. He rarely disappoints. He rarely disappoints me. I'm obviously reacting to people that I like listening to. So thank you for watching this one. I'm gonna end it here. Let me jump on that Tom MacDonald one now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Tap tada tada tap tada tap tada tada tap tada tap tada tada tap tada tap tada tada tap tada
Chizzek-Juan.